Ensley, Sam, Lee Hogan here from VIP Boxing. I'll come and chat to you after your debut.
Yeah.
And that was a win.
Yeah, good win.
At Bowlers against Elvis Doob. Good tough character. Been around, I think he had about 30 odd fights, hasn't he?
Yeah, I think it was his 29th contest.
Yeah. I know he looks like one too many, but he's very rarely stopped, and you nearly stopped him, didn't you?
Yeah, definitely. I put him down twice in the second round. Good fight. He's strong. We didn't plan to we didn't think he's going to be going anywhere. We planned to get the points out, but when I hit him, he went down and stuff. And then Ensley just told me, calm down, get the jab out.
He's a hard target though, isn't he? Because he's only so small. I mean, you're never ever going to fight anyone as tall as him. He's really, you're limited to just basically hitting him in the head. Because it's the only part you can reach on him.
Yeah, you watch that a bit. I missed with the right hand a few times because I'm used to punching up and I was punching down.
Yeah.
And loading up a bit, but yeah, I caught him a few times.
Well, I'd videoed it. Well, I talked to the kid who fought him the week before, Mike Stafford.
Oh yeah.
And Mike had been competing at cruiserweight.
Yeah.
And he's moved down now to light heavyweight, and he looks like he was far too small really for cruiserweights. But he put a good show up against.
Elvis Dubé is a tough, durable individual. So he fights regular, and people take him a distance, and he gives most people a tough fight. In the fight with Sam, Sam caught him with some good punches, and if he would have put his foot on the gas, I'm sure he could have forced a stoppage. But I didn't think at the time it was necessary, simply because it's just starting out, and to get the rounds of it is important. And Elvis Dubé stepped in at late notice as well to help us out. So I didn't think our stoppage was warranted in such a fight.
Yeah.
He decided to carry on boxing, and he put on a bit of a spectacle for the fans. Show him a bit what he can do. He's a multi-talented young man. He's Sam. He can punch with either hand. There's work to do. He's still on the finished article. There's work to do still on lots of different aspects of his game. But I think he's going to be a big star.
Well, as I was saying to Sam before, I videoed Sam as an amateur. You boxed at Sale West, and when I videoed you was at Earlham with Gary Booth. And after the fight, I said straight away to Gary, I said, "Oh, I like him. He looks good." And the next time I'd seen you, you were talking about turning pro, and he said he'd come down here. And obviously, his first fight was last week, and I think I was at Oldham on the same night when John Cage was defending his English title. So we'd seen Morris down there with Atif Ali. I was impressed with him as well.
He's doing very well, Atif. He's picking up nicely.
Yeah, he's a bit like
Asian Mayweather.
Yeah, but he's flashy.
Yeah, and very tricky.
That kid, he hit him with absolutely. I don't think he missed with a shot.
That's right.
Yeah.
Well, that's how we traded young Atif. I mean, if you look at the fighters that we have down here, they're all different styles and different talents and at different stages of their career. Jimmy Kelly, Ryan Doyle, Atif Ali, and now Sam. We've also got Tazza Purgis, who's doing very well. Yeah. All still undefeated, all the fighters. So we're doing something right in the sense that they're preparing themselves to a good standard.
It's like Phil Martin's legacy, because you were his lads, weren't you?
Yeah, that's right.
And that's what, 20 odd years ago now? Yeah. Back in the 90s?
We're using the same training method, we're just tweaking them just slightly.
Yeah.
For the individuals, and things are still working nicely, so long may it be.
Yeah, well, no, it seems to be going right. I mean, I remember when we was amateurs, and any time you fought someone from Champs Camp, you was in for trouble.
You're shitting yourself.
Yeah. Saying that, I fought twice, won once, lost once.
Yeah.
But do you remember Jeff Finlayson?
Yes, I do.
Yeah, well, I fought Jeff on a show, and I think Eric was in his corner at the time, and he weighed in before me, and I thought, oh no, because he was in fine shape, wasn't he? He looked like Clubber Lang out of Rocky 3.
His nickname was the Beast.
Yeah. Well, I think he'd intimidated me before the fight, but I managed to win. And then the last time I fought Phil. Do you remember Phil Hennigan?
Oh yeah, dude.
Yeah, Phil beat me. Referee stopped fight in the second round, but he could bang, he could.
Yeah, he was a bit of a big puncher.
Yeah.
He was a fit lad.
Yeah, but no, like I say, I was impressed with Sam when we seen him as an amateur, and when he told me he was pro, I thought, yeah, it's the right move for you.
Look at them twats at the window there. Have a look at them.
Well, normally it's an arse that comes through the window, isn't it? Or even worse sometimes.
Yeah.
The good lads, the good
so
lads.
now, bit of good news, wasn't it? You're fighting on the undercard of the Scott Quigbill at the Manchester Arena.
Yeah, April 19th. After the performance, I think Dave Caldwell, thanks to Dave Caldwell, he had a spot available, and he liked what, and he wanted me to show me off in front of a few more, you know, a bigger crowd and stuff like that. So he put my name forward, and he run my manager. To see if I'm free, and obviously I wouldn't ever turn down an opportunity like that. So when it came, and then just had to wait for confirmation, we got it the other day, so I'm on it. Yeah, not bad for a second fight, is it?
No. It's got a bit of history now, hasn't it, Manchester Arena? It's like the Madison Square Garden of of Britain.
It's a big venue. It's going to be a big show with Crawler and Murray. And also Scott Quigg on the bill, so it's going to be a big show. So it'll be a nice place for Sam to go out there and again show the people what he can do.
Yeah, I'm watching you down there as well, and Foster and all that. I mean, like I said, back in the 90s, it was a great period for Manchester boxing. It's what put us back on the map, didn't it? Took the limelight away from Liverpool for a while.
Yeah, I remember November the 9th, 96 when I boxed Ronald Winky Wright there.
Yeah.
To a packed arena.
Yeah, I was there.
Incredible fight. Unfortunately, Winky Wright was a bit too slick for me on the night, and he was world class. You know, that's what happens when you go to world class. You know, you have to try your best to overcome the obstacles. And
he was world class. He had power, and he was a southpaw. Yeah. Everything that he was. Yeah, everyone's nightmare.
He became special. Then he was a bit special.
Yeah. He reminded me, you know, of the kid who fought Eubanks, Watson.
Oh, Michael.
Yeah, physique-wise, he was. You know, there was just. And yourself, I mean, really, you must have been at a little bit of a disadvantage because you nearly fought round at your fighting weight, didn't you?
Yeah, it wasn't so a disadvantage. I mean, Winky Wright was a class act.
Yeah.
And if you look at the way he prepared for me, he prepared and his trainer had prepared him not to stand still. Obviously, if he stood still and I'm a puncher, I got to set my feet to throw them shots. And Winky Wright was able to manage to just skate around from one way to the other. And like you said, that southpaw jab and stance was incredible on the night, and he just peppered me all night. I couldn't get near him, couldn't unload. He won the fight comfortably, you know. But it was massive in the time when I was hungry for success.
Yeah.
To become world champion, but it wasn't to be.
He was one of the best at that weight at that time.
At the time, he was.
You know,
well,
he wouldn't give anyone a run for his money.
He went back to the States, and cleaned up the States, didn't he? Flew to Trinidad, Sugar Shane Mosley two times. He went up as high as boxing Taylor.
Yeah.
And then Bernard Hopkins as a light heavy. So that just shows his talent and his his pedigree was really there.
Hall of Famer, isn't it now?
Absolutely.
Hopefully, Sam. You come up with your ring name anyway?
Well, obviously with the second name, there's been a few, but a few won't say on camera because they're taking the piss out of me, like you know, stupid names. But then I can't even remember, but someone said it, and I just thought, yeah, and then I thought, you know what, that's actually pretty good. So then I came here, and it was I used to use it as a joke, like, and then I came in and I told Ensley, and he was like, yeah, nowhere to hide. So then in the gym, when Ensley to get us going before fights, he'll shout it, like he goes, ruthless, Ryan Doyle and stuff like that, and Sam, nowhere to. And I thought, yeah, I'm having that.
You got to, innit? I remember when I was naming my daughter, I kept shouting her name out, you know, so I felt comfortable with it before we decided to call her that. Yeah. So, it's a cracking name. But 19th, we don't know who you're fighting yet.
No opponent yet. Hopefully get one in the next couple of weeks.
And how are you going to do for tickets on that, because it's almost sold out, that hasn't it already?
Sold out, yeah. We've had to place an order for tickets, but a few of my sponsors and stuff, and they buy quite a lot at once, so I don't have to worry. I've already, I've already sold them before I've got them, kind of thing. So
and you'd sold quite a lot at the other show, didn't you? At the bowling show.
200 plus are sold, and then there was more on the door, and people bought them on the website and stuff like that because they didn't understand it. They got them through me and stuff because it was a ticket deal. But it was packed. It was big crowd.
Right, so it's onwards and upwards then.
Yeah, definitely.
Right, Sam, Ensley, been really nice talking to you, and hopefully we'll see you after another win behind you.
Yeah, definitely.
Well done.
Nice.
See you later.
Okay,
bye.